looking for auction cars, any auction car I can find, and here's the one, right in the beginning. Wonder what cowboy owned this one. Boy, does it have curbside appeal. We're at Mecum Auctions very early in the morning. This is their premier supercar tent. LaFerraris. And here is a LaFerrari prototype. That's some pretty sensational equipment here. Here is a McLaren, obviously electric, with a wire coming out of it. Pretty dramatic. Another McLaren. And the last one also a McLaren, but it's that notorious Speedtail, as we will show. Speedtail. Back to that Ferrari prototype, it's very unusual. And McLaren again. Quite dramatic. This electric one's called an Elva. That's a McLaren though. And some other ones, and this is also a McLaren, an early one. And a French brass era car. Okay, let's get into the field now. A little Fiat resort car. Let's start out with a long wheelbase Ferrari California. That should go for a big number. And not to be outdone by a Barrett's Cadillac, also in red. But then right next to it, here's another one. Take your choice. If you like a little different model, here's the black one. Dramatic. More fins, more fun. More fins and more fins. Don't start.
Cool.
Rolls Royce.
There we go.
Quite the car. Next to a Ferrari here is nostalgia for me. I saw this little Patrica at the Mille Miglia about 8 years ago. Long ways from home. Yeah, that's a fan in there, not a jet engine. Okay, other cars. A Bugatti. Starting to worry about I saw the phony one the other day. I hope this is real. Said it before, auctions are like a Concours d'Elegance. And memories as well. A little more nostalgia here, the Twin Peaks Ranch bus. Fabulous. Now here's a remarkable sight. 4 Marmon V16s. A rare sight. 1931, 1932. Very rare BMW with an Italian body. Quite nice. And the lone Duesenberg is going to go as well. Well, that Duesenberg's not alone. Look at this one here. This is incredibly dramatic. Length alone. A Rolston body. Cadillacs. Similar but not. Every year at Mecum, they have a number of stock Panteras. Yeah, stock. A bit rare. A Graham. Right behind is another one. That's rare in its own right. Speaking of stock, how about a 36 Ford? Old 88, doesn't everybody remember? It's a Ford. How about Lincolns? Baby Zephyrs. Then again, how about a cream puff Mercury station wagon? And the cars, ooh, and the boats abound. Yeah, boat. Well, I guess there's no 132 Ford that won't be at Pebble Beach this year. They're featuring that, but this is an interesting one. Now, here's a rare coincidence. These two gentlemen are from Italy, and this man here, right here, was in this car when I saw it at the Mille Miglia. So I go out to my car, and here's another Graham right here in the parking lot. I love that car. I'm now at the RM Sotheby's auction at Portola Plaza Hotel in downtown Monterey. An incredible opening. The whole drive-through here, parking area, reception is automobiles. RM Sotheby's. couple of Maseratis, and here's a very unusual F40 Ferrari. Unusual in the color. Now take the word unusual and go one step further. Every year it is a presentation beyond belief, made up by obviously some incredible piece of machinery. Staggering. Few out. This is an Auburn 12-cylinder. Rolls-Royce, and a Minerva. And at Pebble Beach this year, they're featuring Auto Vu, and here is a Fiat V8 Auto Vu. Here's a Bentley surrounded by two Isotta Francinis. Yes, Isotta Francini. Finally, a Rolls-Royce and a Cadillac. Inside the hotel now, here is a McLaren M1. And an RSK Porsche. Oh, to die for. Jaguar.
Sorry?
And here's what you expect, but you never realize till you walk away what you're experiencing. And if you haven't noticed, there's an F before every name of the car in here. These are all Ferraris. And the one at the end there is one of the premier ones here. Tour de France, 275. And here it is, number 98, Carroll Shelby, who wrote on the gas tank, one of the best Ferraris he ever drove. Or should I say, the best. What an array. Number 98, famous. 12. Again, all Ferraris. The 288 GTO there in red, and there's a Vignale, and we'll get closer to that, convertible, and a short wheelbase California. Note the sort of GM wraparound windshield, very modern for the time. Vignale. Now here's a very rare one, the prototype for the Daytona. And a 512 BBM. One of the most remarkable 12-cylinder opposed engines, fuel injected. Mike Schumacher, 1998, Ferrari Formula One. Speaking of Grand Prix or Formula One cars, this one's a little bit older. Just as interesting and exciting though. You know, there's a sign that says more cars. And you know what? I believe it. And Miller in the middle, right there in the middle. And Duesenberg. Auburn. And the Porsche. And then, of course, the Miller. This is the collection of Oscar Davis. Remarkable. I'm going to say it again. This is the collection of noted collector Oscar Davis. I'm silent. Maserati, Ferrari, there's a Maserati 450, and his Taubalago, which incidentally is being featured at Pebble Beach this year. Another Maserati, Ferrari, another Ferrari and a Bugatti. Them in groups. I'll take them anyway they come. This is beyond belief. I say it, but again, it just staggers the mind. 450 Maserati, 200S Maserati, a Taubalago. This is one of the best Scaglietti body designs that they did for Ferraris. Very svelte, great looking. Now let's just panorama over here. Speaking of that Taubalago, look at this Alfa Romeo touring body. The Lancia Raleigh, nice car. There's a 6C Alfa Romeo and a Lancia station wagon. Yeah, Lancia station wagon with wood. Cars in the background, this is good too, but here's an interesting thing. Here's a Lancia Raleigh convertible. Note the windshield. There's another one with a more straight windshield. One of the improvements or design changes they made over the years. The world's finest. Well, you know what? Bugatti was the world's finest, but this one is above world's finest. Notice the sporting look, the slanted windshield, everything going for it. Stem to stern, a beauty. Here is a Bugatti. Another one, incredibly rare, sporting model. Okay, Type 57S convertible, sport. This is a Lancia Astura, one of the cars that had the first mechanically folding convertible top. Alfa Romeo, very large, very long, touring body. And the Fiat Balilla. Saw a lot of them in the Mille Miglia, in the early 30s cars. Here I am rubbing it in again. This is just outstanding. But close up here, there's a Maserati convertible by Zagato, and that is a very rare one. And, well, everything's rare here, but here's another one of those sporting Bugattis. Just top drawer. Zagato didn't make that many Maseratis, but this being a convertible as well is quite outstanding. Note the fact there's no door. Note the fact that there's no door on this side of the car. Racing Ferrari Ultimate. Yeah, there's a door on this side. Nothing has to be said about a 450 Maserati other than it's a winner and a brute. You know, the Tabalago it's interesting from all four sides and even three-quarter view. The shape is what makes this car remarkable. All his Bugattis were topless. Wonderful car. Look at this one. One more panorama. The folks are arriving. I'll just say Oscar Davis. I remember meeting him once, talking to his son. Great collector and a very nice man. RM Sotheby's, 2022, Portola Plaza Hotel. What a great presentation. Oh, we got a few more. Not many Mercedes-Benzes this year, but here's a red Gullwing with Rudge knockoff wheels. Red with Rudge wheels. How's that? We haven't gone outside yet, and here's the Duesenberg. And this is a two-passenger car. How is that for two passengers? Abundance. Well, if you remember the silver car in the Ferrari collection earlier, that was the prototype for this particular car. This is a Daytona, and a beautiful one at that. This Auburn Speedster. Again, two passengers, but oh boy. Hey, oh boy, yeah, right. Racy. All those words are very applicable. And then that applies to this Miller too. Yeah, and why it makes them so unusual is many of them were front-wheel drive race cars, and this happens to be one of them. And only at RM you have two Gullwings with Rudge knockoff wheels. Oh my goodness. More cars. Alfa Romeo. God, these cars. Not enough dazzle. This is a Bicali. And there's the chassis for it. And another grand Alfa Romeo. Just Mercedes-Benz alone. Bugatti. And then look at the Hispano. Made out of wood. I can't believe what I'm seeing. 540 Mercedes. And of course, the car we're just going to look at again, there's that Hispano. And here it is. I better be silent. I might fall over. You got a little bit of a panorama there of that row of Mercedes-Benz. Bugatti, Bentley, Mercedes-Benz, Mercedes-Benz. Looks like a Talbot. Looks like another Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz, Delahaye, and another Mercedes-Benz. I say another. I'm out of breath. Daimler. It's got double dragons on the fenders. It's got an enormous hood ornament. Very grand. Unbelievable. And from that Daimler, Bugatti again. Another Mercedes. Rolls-Royce. And another Delahaye. Four-door Delahaye, imagine. A three-holer. Mercedes-Benz, Ruxton, and a Pierce. All right, we saw a few of them. This Aero Dynamic, it's called. I've said enough of it. Being overwhelmed is an understatement. And here's that Bucciali chassis. Mercedes-Benz, one of many. Doesn't it seem like a long time ago that we came into this and were overwhelmed? I think so. Now if the rain holds out, we'll be able to view all the outside cars. Hopefully with a steady hand. It is just so overwhelming, and I've used the word too many times. And look at this. These used to come by my home in Southern California when I was a kid, and we bought donuts out of their vans. Remember the Daimler inside? This is a locomobile, close to as elaborate. Windshields and all the rest. Too excited. Stop it, you say. But I have to keep going. This is a Porsche Jagdwagon, another word for Jeep. Midget auto races, used to watch them in Southern California when I was a kid. Here's a sprint car. So many, so little time, right? Nice Cobra, MG, Jaguar, Porsche. The line goes on. Stock cars, Lamborghinis, Jaguar, Lamborghini, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and GT40. A couple of colorful ones, needing no explanation. This is a preview of an auction coming of Newman Haas cars. Going to be 40 of them. And there they are on the wall. Paul Newman's association with racing, Newman Racing, IndyCar. I'll say it again, I say it every time, another Concours d'Elegance. Well, they featured Pininfarina at Pebble Beach last year. Boy, this Lancia would have really been one of the standouts for Farina. I can't call them all out, but you can pick one for yourself. There's a nice Ferrari there. But look at the little midget. Classic Alfa Romeo. And here we are, the Peter Brock De Tomaso. Fantastic. Yes. And right here, De Tomaso 5000 Spider, designed by Peter Brock. And it's even got the plate to prove it. This is original condition. Duesenberg. Vendley. Fiat 8V Supersonic. They're featuring the Fiat 8V at Pebble Beach this year. Delage, but here's another Mercedes, not a Gullwing, but a Gullwing convertible. Wire wheel. All right, some nostalgia here. Yeah, the Helms truck. The Helms truck, and I ordered, when I was a kid in my neighborhood, they'd pull these drawers out of donuts, and I would buy one. Oh God, Helms Bakery, nostalgia. I guess if I had it, I would turn it into a coffee table, or maybe a family room. I could be inside and be nostalgic the rest of my life. Anyway, we'll say goodbye to the bakery truck and nostalgia, but boy, this Sotheby's is just, RM Sotheby's is above it all today. I don't know what he'd say. I don't know what she would say. But I had a great time at RM Sotheby's, Monterey. Fantastic. We are at Broad Arrow Auctions. This is their first year of outdoor display here. Cunningham and a D-type Jaguar. You can get your lattes right here. How's this for a welcoming? And I said welcoming. And another Grand Line. And some humor here, a little Honda on the auction block and a little Fiat Jolly. And you got a Volkswagen Manx, a Beetle, and a Carmen Ghia. Volkswagen is well represented. Well, the sun's coming out and the cars are getting shinier and brighter. Well, Pebble Beach this year is featuring 32 roadsters. I guess this one won't make it, but boy, it sure would be a welcome, and good reason. I would buy it. Would, I said. And this particular auction is also in conjunction with the Motorlux party that takes place here this evening. Here's the setup for that, which has a lot of aircraft. The word, oh my goodness, is really impressive. What a panorama. Monterey Jet Center auction. Raw air auction. 540K is pretty spectacular. Pretty outstanding group of cars. Now here is a sight, matching Bentleys. Excellent lineup. Speaking of panoramas, this mirror is going to go for a big price. It's so desirable. The right color, condition, very appealing. Didn't realize a mirror actually had a trunk in the back of the engine. Yeah, look at that. Harkens for another view. And here's that view in a very crowded condition, but a mirror, a beautiful silver one. Very nice Porsche 962. Oh, and speaking of luscious silver, my favorite color of that Lamborghini, now you've got a Mercedes Gullwing. Nice red lineup. They even fired an engine up in here. This is something else. Just dazzled by these new cars, newer cars. Pretty outstanding group of cars. Raw air auctions. We're outside for some more dazzle. Quite an array of vehicles. Duesenberg? Wow. No, I didn't arrive in this, but I wished I had. 600S Mercedes Pullman, it's called. No, this Mercedes is not the Pullman, it's something else. Lamborghini is the same. Outstanding example. Now this auction has a lot of class and no cars, all beautiful women. Thank you. We're at Bonham's Quail Auction, Carmel Valley. Well, look at this. This lady acts like she owns one. Wait a minute, she just told me she'd bought one. Congratulations. Whoops, she changed her mind. She changed her mind.
Look up.
Go the other way.
There we go.
Okay, that's the perfect pose. Yeah, she owns it. She looks like it. Porsches, 911s. Well, before I even get in the gate, the Porsche line up here is unbelievable. What has happened to the Porsche 911? Look at here. Somebody looking at one seriously right now. Starting with this outstanding Alfa Romeo. Here is a Ferrari, which is about as rare as you can get. 1949 Ferrari. Even the symbol is the old horse.
No idea. Ferrari. Really? It's Marquetta?
Well, these mirrors always look good opened up. T33, 12-cylinder Alfa Romeo. E-Type, lightweight. And forget the lightweight, here's a little junior Ferrari. Bugatti, but this Stutz is to die for. Won the Quail event here 4 years ago. Here's one of the leading cars here, this Bugatti. Incredible. The color, let alone everything else about it. 4-cylinder, it looks like an Offenhauser engine, look. Absolutely outstanding. Has A nice lineup. Ending right at here at Stutz. As you remember the one inside the building there. Really nice array. Hispano Suiza. Well, we remember that old Ferrari, 1949. Well, these are a little newer, but still. Ghia only did a few Ferraris, and that's one of them right there. The Ferraris, the Ferraris. And then we got some Lamborghini 300 models here. Yes, and once in a while I express the preference. I like this car that followed up the Daytona Ferrari, and that one with wire wheels is exemplary. And this is what I meant about Porsches when I looked over the fence. Now that we're inside, yeah, a lot of Porsches. And we have a grouping of E-Type Jaguars as well. Dazzle, dazzle everywhere. Allbirds, 34 Ford Hot Rod. And the Fords. Yes. The Rajo Special Ford. Look at this thing. Fantastic array of Fords. And now we get into a perfect 32 with no hot rod nuances. How much can you get impressed by the quantity and the quality of cars that are here? A Mitchell, a Cadillac, and an electric car. Yes, right here for auction, and a Buick. You see Rolls Royces down there. Others here. Just, oh. In the midst now, two barn finds, a Ferrari, a Jaguar. We need some color. It's BMW. BMW category. These are all selected in groups, and that's great. How about Alfa Romeos?
Normalmente os carros zero. Nossa. Amarelo com caramelo dentro.
And on the other end of the Alfa Romeo grouping is this one here. Bottoms. What a great selection. Single cylinder, curved dash, Oldsmobile, which I almost mistook for an electric car. I'm gonna do it again. Just the Porsches. All kinds. Talbot, and beautiful Alfa Romeo, and beautiful staging for this event. Outstanding. And we find another Gullwing with Rudge knockoff wheels. Rare. Gullwing, which isn't a Gullwing convertible, they call them. How about that? How about a 1903 Winton? Beautiful. Yeah, I like cars. All kinds. Yeah, you can get out and drive them if you like them, you know, and you're active interest. God, that's a gorgeous one. Just a fabulous car, that Lamborghini. So it's goodbye to Bonhams. What a fantastic collection of cars. So another incredible group of cars. I'm saying goodbye to 2022 Bonham, the Quail Auction. And now we're at Gooding & Company to see what their offerings are for 2022. We're at Gooding Auctions, and here are some of their prime cars. And prime I mean, like a Bugatti. Here's a Lancia Astura. I think it won Pebble Beach a few years ago. And the Jaguars, the D-Type, but then this won the Concours on the Avenue last year, Alfa Romeo. Famous racing Porsche. Jaguars. D-Type. Whoa. V16 Cadillac. Wow. Auburn Bowtail Speedster, supercharged. Ooh. All right, here's an Allegretti, obviously small car. Been to their place in Italy. They do this type of thing. I think this is a Miller Ford. There's nothing on it, but I believe it is. A nice grouping of Ferraris. Look at this touring Berlinetta. Lots of Le Mans type cars and others. Yeah. The movie car is the Hudson, and here is a 300 SL convertible and coupe gullwing. All right, at the end of the race car line, check this out. This is an Indy car, but wait till you see the engine. Famous name, Mel Kenyon, Lindsey Hopkins. Wow, look at this. One of those Ford overhead cam, not Cosworth, the Ford overhead cam. Sensational. Now there's brutality, there's engineering, there's excitement. Wow. Oh God. Over here in the lonely corner. Look at the shape, sensational. Porsches. Casanevas Porsche. The center display is outstanding. We're into Ferraris now. It's a Super America. Look at the interior. Oh. There's a Ferrari Mondeo. Looks like a Bizzarini, but here is a 350 Lamborghini. We've seen a few today. And Rolls Royces and Bentley. Well, we've all heard of the yellow Rolls Royce, but this one takes the prize for green. Top-down Bentley. Wow. It's one of those interim Bugattis. Very rare, very rare. Look at this, the Pininfarina Corvair. Oh, rare, rare, rare. Spectacular. Yes, a Corvair. And look at the inlets on the trunk, or the hood, I should say. Glass-to-glass joints. Yeah, super. Next to the Pininfarina Corvair is a Pininfarina Mercedes 190. It was here at Pebble Beach last year. Again, a real rarity. Pininfarina. Rolls Royce. Rolls, Delahaye, 540 Mercedes. Look at this. Packard, Cord, Auburn, Bowtail. Yeah, Bowtail. What an array. Look at this Delage. Fabulous. BMW barn find, 328. This is a rally. It isn't so. Here's a Lamborghini 350 barn find. God, all these barns. Well, here's a Allard and a TCMG. Some older rare Porsches. Very rare Porsches. Yeah. Just happened to be at Pebble Beach. They got a lot of noise. A lot of noise. Lamborghini. Whoa. Ferraris. This is not all Lamborghinis. This is a whole bunch. Different cars. Now here comes the old one. He's going the other direction. Bentley. So here comes a Rolls Royce now, quietly. Oh, back to these